Well, hi friends, I'm Brian Cosby. This is Provide and Protect. Today we're taking a look at this Woodland Mills Multilander. Now this is a trailer that is very versatile, and we use it for all kinds of purposes around our property and homestead. And I want to bring you along and show you what we love about this trailer. So let's get into it. So why would you want a multi-use dump trailer like this? Well, you know, for a lot of projects that we do, we're always hauling, whether it's wood chips from our chipper into this and hauling it to parts of the property, or we're about to go clean out our goat stalls and put all of that in here, and then we come and we dump that over here on our property. And I've loved the Woodland Mills products. They're located in Canada, and you can see I've got this HM126 sawmill here behind me, and we've been sawing some logs recently. And so putting whether it's putting the firewood in here, putting portions of logs in here, whatever. I mean, there's all kinds of uses for this. It's not just a dump trailer, and I want to get into that here with you today, because as you can obviously you can dump with it, but you can actually lower these side panels down. And there's some bars under here, and I'll show you those in just a minute, but there's bars under here, and you can put these kind of rails down, and you can actually put this boom on the other side and actually roll logs up with the winch, which is kind of nice. Or you can drop this tailgate back here off, or take this off, and pull the logs up into it that way. So it's a multi-use trailer. Not just for hauling and dumping with the dump feature, but getting logs up onto here without breaking your back. That's another, I think, big purpose and use of this. So I've got a whole video on how to assemble this trailer, and I'll drop a link for that down below. But I want to start up here at the front, and one really neat innovation that they have on here is this swivel, and this whole part right here swivels and 360, because you're always going over a wide variety of terrains. And if the trailer and the hitch here there could be a lot of torque and tension, and that may not be good for the trailer or for whatever machine that you're pulling this. You can do with a tractor side by side. We've got a four-wheeler here today, but having that swivel is a really nice feature. You got the jack here. You pull this pin out, this swivels down, and then you take this and you can crank it. So nice little, this kind of fits right there in its pocket. So kind of moving back here, obviously got your winch here, this very strong, I guess some kind of synthetic cable here. It wouldn't be difficult if you need to replace this at one point sometime, but this is a standard winch on here, so you can lock it, rotate it different ways, which is pretty nice. So down here, to actually have the dump feature, you just take this pin out right here from that, and then now you're ready to dump with it. And I can raise this up, and I don't know if you could see that, but the boom here shifted to give a better center of weight for the trailer itself. And you can raise and lower this boom right here. You've got these big holes, you got this pin, and that's basically all you do is you essentially remove this pin, and you can extend this out or lower this back in. So, but this gives you obviously a greater angle the higher it is. So that's a really nice feature there. And just when it's up, I'm going to show you a couple other things. You got these twin rail chassis in here. These rails, very heavy duty. Everything is this powder coated material, and so it just prevents rust and corrosion, that kind of thing. You can take off this front panel just like the back panel, and we'll show you this in a second, but with these clamps right here. So you can just undo these clamps like this on both sides, and take this off, take the back off, and then it could be a longer section, again for logs or something like that. So that's pretty handy. But that's the winch, the dumping mechanism. And just to reverse it, you go the other way. And one thing I've learned that you got to be a little careful of about any winch, but obviously you got to be careful about fingers getting in there. But one thing I've learned is that if there's stuff in here and you're trying to load, then this could, if it's all the way opened up, it could just start spinning and hit you. So you just be careful with that. But and then to just lock it back with that pin. So pretty nice. I do like to just kind of have it a little tight, because if this is not tight when you're driving this around, this will just rock and rattle quite a bit. So I just kind of keep it a little taut on there. So yeah, we'll go ahead and head on back to the back, and I'll show you this. You can see the inside. It's got this kind of deeper tray in the middle, and we've been using this a lot, especially this spring and summer for stuff from mulch and other stuff in our garden. And so far so good. But let me show you the back part here. You have these, come around here and you can see this, just kind of like the front, but you got these side clamps here. Take those off, and to take this off, you just undo that and then pull up right here. And you can see that now it's open. Again, you can do that with the front. You can remove the boom and have a longer section if you needed to for logs or something. And while this is off, let me just show you this real quick. You can kind of see one of the bars right here. And so these are the bars that you can attach to the side and roll logs up onto it. Put the winch on the other side over here and roll logs up onto it. So that is a really nice feature. And then to put it back on, just put it there, here, and then just clamp that down on each side. That's it. Let me show you the tires real quick. So these are walking, they call it like walking tires. They move independently from each other, which is really nice. Again, because if you're going over logs and stuff in the forest, it's good that these are walking and not just set together. So you're always having at all times all four tires on the ground. And these are pretty beefy tires, you can tell. I'm going through some mud here. But some pretty beefy, rugged tires on here. So you do have, as far as maintenance, you do have regular grease, the tires, and there's some other grease zerks around, like right here, that you have to maintain. Yeah, right there. You do have to maintain some of that. But you know, this was sitting out for a long time. I had to put together a shed, and now it's covered, but for a long time it's just sitting out in the elements, and did just fine. They have thought about a lot of details with this. I'll just show you a couple things. But for example, these rubber kind of, not gaskets, but stops here. So when these side panels come down or off, they'll just swing down and hit that and not damage anything. So that's just something to think about. Again, you can take off the front, the back, and both side panels, and this can just be a flat surface. So if you had, let's say you had 4x8 sheets of plywood or something else, you just wanted a flat surface, you can do that as well. As far as the dimensions here, it's about 7 feet long, the bed, the box here, and about 4 feet across in width. And it has a payload of 2,000 pounds, so you can haul 2,000 pounds on this, and I don't know how to measure that myself, but that's what they say on their website. So anyway, we've loved it, but we're going to go in and get some of the debris and manure from our goats, and we're going to fill this up, and we're going to bring it over here, and we'll bring you along. Well, I hope it's been helpful for you today, and I'll leave a link below for this Multilander down below in the description. But thanks so much for joining us, and thanks for your support for the channel. And if you've not already done so, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel, and we'll see you on the next video.